Today we're going to be going through 1-5 together, and we're going to do the practice buddy, all 6 pages of it, and we are going to be practicing counting back to subtract or counting on. So whichever you feel most comfortable, we're going to practice both, counting back or counting on, and we find the difference. So when we find the difference, that means that we are subtracting. If we're finding the sum, that means we're adding. If we're finding the difference, we know that we're going to be taking something away. We are going to be finding the difference between two numbers, subtraction. So let's go ahead and start. On the first one here, it says count on or count back to subtract. Enter the difference. You can use the number line here to help you solve. So we get to choose. We can decide if we want to count back or if we want to count on. So let's look at our equation. 15 take away 8 is equal to blank. Well, you might know right away. If not, let's practice using the number line. I'm going to start at the biggest number and count back. I'm going to start at the biggest number. When we count back, you always pick the biggest number from your equation. So is 15 bigger or is 8 bigger? 15 is bigger. So then we're going to take 8 giant jumps backwards. Ready? So 15 take away 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What number did we land on? We landed on number 7. Now let's try it the other way. We counted back there, but let's count on and see if we get the same number. So instead of starting at the big number, we're going to start at the littler number. So which one is smaller, 15 or 8? 8. So let's start on number 8, and we're going to count up until we get to number 15, okay? Let's see how many jumps we have to make. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. We had to make 7 jumps to get to number 15. Did we get the same answer? Yes, we did. Either way, we get 7. Let's go on to page 2. Here it says select all number lines that show counting on or counting back to solve this equation. So first, let's really look at this equation. Make sure we know what numbers we're looking for. So 12 take away 3 is equal to what? So let's look at this first number line and see if this makes sense to us. Okay, so we see the red circle, and that means we're starting at 12. So we know that's the bigger number, so we're probably going to be jumping back. Let's see. They go back 1, 2, 3, and land on 9. Does that make sense? 12 take away 1, 2, 3. Yes, that sure does. That gives us answer of 9. So now we know our other part of our fact family. So we'll have 12, 3, and 9 are the numbers that we're looking at. Let's go ahead and look at the second number line and see if this one makes sense to us. So same equation, 12 take away 3. Let's see if this makes any sense. So here, okay, we're starting at the biggest number, 12. And what are we doing here? We're counting on 1, 2, 3, and that puts us at 15. Does that make sense? 12 plus 3 equals 15. Yeah, that one doesn't make sense. We're looking for 12 take away 3. So we're not going to check that one. Let's look at number 3. Let's try this out. So we're starting at 12 again, and we're counting back, it looks like. Let's see what they're doing. Oh, they're back 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That doesn't make any sense. That's 12 take away 6. Is that what we're looking for? No, we're looking for 12 take away 3. So I'm not going to mark that one either. Let's look at the last one. So here we're starting at 3, and it looks like we're counting on all the way up to 12. Let's see if that makes sense. We're looking for 12 take away 3. So instead, they're counting on. They're starting at the littlest number 3 and counting on until they get to 12. Let's look and count. 1 jump, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 jumps. That's one of our numbers in our fact family. 9 jumps to get from 3 to 12. That makes sense to me. Let's go ahead and mark those 2 answers and see how we did. Great job, we did it. Let's go on, next page, page 3. It says count on or count back to subtract. Enter the difference. So we are definitely subtracting, and we need to enter the difference. You can use the number line to help you solve. I love a number line. It's such a nice visual to be able to look at the numbers and you can double check yourself. Even if you think you know the answer, you can double check and make sure. So let's look at our equation. 14 take away 5. Okay, so we can do either counting on or counting back, whichever you choose. I like to start with the big number and count back. So I'm going to go to find 14 on the number line, and I'm going to make how many big hops backwards? 5 big hops backwards. You can count with me. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What number did I land on? 9. Let's type that in. And if you want to, if you prefer to count on, what number would you start on? You always start on the smallest number here in the equation. So 5 we would start, and we have to count on until we get to 14. Let's try that real quick and see if we get the same number. You ready to count? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 big jumps got us to what number? 14. 9 and 9, no matter what, we got the same. Good job. Next page. Maria had 13 loaves of bread. She sold 8 loaves of bread. How many loaves of bread does Maria have now? Okay, so how many does she have now? I like to think about that real quick and picture it in my head. So if Maria's holding 13 loaves of bread, she's got her arms full, doesn't she? And she's selling 8 of them. Does that mean that she's giving them away and getting rid of those pieces of bread? Or is she taking more and stacking more into her arms? She's selling them. She's giving them away. So we know it's going to be 13 take away 8. So now you can use a number line if you want to draw out a number line, or you can count up or count back, whichever is easiest for you. So is what I'm going to do, I'm going to start at 13 and I'm going to count back. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. 5 is what I had. I had to do 5 jumps back. See if we are right. Good job. Next page. Jaden has 18 toys. He gives away some of his toys. Jaden has 9 toys left. So same thing, I kind of like to picture that in my head. So he's playing with 18 toys and he gives some away. He's not getting any more added to his pile. He's giving them away. So we know that we're looking here, 18 take away 9. If right away I noticed something, one of our patterns. Do you remember our doubles? 2 plus 2, 3 plus 3, 4 plus 4. Would those equal? What is 9 plus 9? What's 9 plus 9? 9 plus 9 is 18. That's a fun one to remember. It's a double. 9 is a good one. Or we can count up or count back. So you choose. If you want to count on, start at 9 and let's count until we get to 18. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. I have 9 fingers up on my hands. I think we're right. Our double was correct. Great job. Let's go to the last page. Marcel wants to find 9 take away 5. So 9 take away 5. Drag numbers to show how to count back to solve. So this we don't have a choice. Before we were able to either count back or count on, however we wanted to. Here they're asking us to please count back to solve. So here's our number line. Here's our numbers, and we got to tell them exactly where we're going to start and how we're going to do this. So if I'm looking at my equation 9 take away 5, I know I have to start at the biggest number on the number line to count back. So will I start at 9 or will I start at 5? I'm going to start at 9, okay? So I'm going to begin with 9. From there, 9, I have to count back how many big jumps? 5. So I'm going to count back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's see what numbers I need to drag back. So then I need to count back from 9. 8, 7, 6, 5, and 4. So I've counted all the way back. So what does 9 take away 5 equal? That equals 4. We did it, you guys. Great job. You're going to go through this and do it on your own. Get that little bit of practice. And please watch the visual learning. That's always so fun to watch. And also do a quick check at the end to make sure you understand counting on and counting back. Talk to you later. Good job.